church. It's so great seeing you guys here today. We have some announcements for you about some things that are happening here at CCS, so let's get started. The women of CCS Kent are invited to a festive dinner with family and friends on Friday, December 1st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. All women ages 16 and up are invited. Our sanctuary is going to be transformed into a Christmas wonderland by all of the table hosts. We'll start our evening off with the devotion by Karen Moore, and then we'll end our evening singing Christmas carols together. Childcare is provided, and if you need transportation and you live in senior care, we'll be able to give you a ride. We also need some of you ladies to volunteer to be a table hostess. You decorate your table and host it for all your friends and family. And men, we also need you to sign up to be servers.
Husbands, this would be a great opportunity to serve your wives.
If you're interested in either one of those, to be a hostess or a server, please contact Serena Tyler. The cost of the event is only $20, and you can sign up online at ccskent.org or at the Connection Desk today. Can't wait to see you ladies there.
Merry Christmas, CCS. I'm Stephanie Gilbert. I have an exciting outreach opportunity for you this holiday season. In the lobby, you'll find a giving tree. On it are two types of ornaments, square ones and round ones. The square ones are for our foster and adopt families. The round ones are for our guests at our community meal on Christmas Eve. Stop by the tree for more information or to grab an ornament. But don't delay. All gifts are due back December 17th. Merry Christmas and God bless you.
Our outreach to foster and adopt families aren't stopping with the Giving Tree. Here at CCS, we have a vision to be completely invested in providing a God-centered care for the families that are brought together by adoption and foster care. For that purpose, we've recently launched our FAM ministry. Just last Friday, we had our very first once-a-month caregivers event. Now we get the privilege to share with you Eli's story and how he got to be a part of the CCS family all the way from Bulgaria.
What's your full name? Eli Alberto.
Eli Alberto Yancic.
Where were you born?
To Veliko Turnovo.
Where's Veliko Turnovo?
It's far away.
Where is it at? What country is that in?
Bulgaria.
I'm Matt Yancic, this is Baron Yancic and little Eli Yancic, and we're here to talk about our adoption story. I remember on our first date, we talked about adoption, and it's just kind of fun to talk about. That was it. We never really talked much about it at all until about 10 years later. Then the conversation came up again, and it was a lot more serious of a conversation.
So we waited 3 years to be matched with him. Our social worker called and said that she needed to talk to us, and we thought it was about some paperwork that we were updating, but she wanted to talk to both of us, and we were like, oh, what's this about? And so we came home from work, and she called us and said, we have a little boy for you. Everything we needed God brought to us before we even know we needed it. The first fee that was due to our agency was $550, and it was for our application. So about ready to mail off the paperwork, I pick up the mail one day and there's a check in our mailbox from our mortgage escrow account for $556. And we were like, all right, Jesus, picking up what you're putting down. You know, like that was just the beginning of him providing absolutely everything we needed. Meeting Eli for the first time was so scary because we had one picture of him, we had his medical file, and then all of a sudden it's like, bam, here's this human being that's gonna be your son. And then finally I was like, can I grab him now? And I just grabbed him and I put him on my lap. I was like, this is my boy.
Basically, until I met Eli, I was nervous and unsure and scared and just constantly praying about it. And then as soon as I met him, I realized it was the best decision I could have made, and he was my son.
The pickup trip was not fun at all.
It was pretty much screaming from the beginning to the end. Spent years praying about that trip, and So finally it was coming, and it was, all right, well, let's go to the airport. And we go to the airport with him, and he is just screaming his head off. We get in line to get on the plane, and we'd been praying in the airport, and as soon as we get to the plane, he stops. 13 hours on an airplane, and he's great. And then we got the SeaTac, we got on the tram,
And
and he just started punching me in the face and screaming his head off. And I couldn't believe that God had gotten us from Bulgaria all the way to here with our son
In one piece.
in one piece.
The first 6 months of him being home were really tough. He didn't know how to do a lot of things that you just assume all kids know how to do, like play with toys or reach up to be held. Adoptive parents always say like, oh, it's around the 6-month mark that things start to get a little bit easier, and I was like, yeah, right. And it was about 5 months, and it was like, like his personality started coming out, and some of his fears began to dissipate, and he started to trust us. And you know, like I remember the first time he just ran up and hugged us for no reason. I was like, he is such a joy. He's so happy all the time, most of the time. It's only because of Jesus, because there's no reason that he should be that happy given the first 2 years of his life, but he just has like so much joy. Because Jesus became our motto, because everything was so ridiculously out of our control. There's no, like, you're coordinating between agencies and governments, and you don't think it's ever going to come together, and it just magically does. Because Jesus. So anyone out there who is considering adopting, we would love to walk alongside you. Come see us at the Foster Adoption Ministry, and we'd love to pray with you.
We're excited to see the Foster Adopt Ministry grow at CCS and become a gospel-centered resource of love and care to the families just like in Jancic. If you want to get involved with the fam in any way, shape, or form, please go talk to Rosie or Farron after the service. Thanks so much for listening. We're so happy you're here tonight. Now let's get back to worship.